Mandatory, guys. I'm glowing. Okay. Oh, fine, God. Hey, yeah, fine, God. So today we're talking about mental health, and I'm just going to be reading a piece for you. That's the content that I have for you guys today. I hope that you love it. So this was a piece written on World Mental Health Day. It was written by the president of Nigerian counselors. Let's call this mental health news with Tumisi Balogun. Since the advent of COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of what we knew and used to know have changed. The most impact being the way we used to relate. During a mental health group discussion on the 2nd of October 2021, this question, the digital age and COVID-19 pandemic has further increased mental health of parents and children as well. Can you please talk briefly about this? The answer that came was that the good side of the pandemic, the lockdown, keeping families together at the time, could have given us a lifetime opportunity for better bonding, but the fear and agony it brought overshadowed everything. Meanwhile, the virtual technology and individualistic lifestyle it rather emphasized simply helped to foster loneliness, solitude, and isolation in the midst of the crowd, which impacted on mental health. A cartoon picture was shared not too long ago about how families shared their evenings many years ago and how shared moments are today. The cartoon showed sessions of praying together and storytelling at evening times, but then today, the family, though sitting together, everyone is carrying a digital device or the other. I'm guilty. Each having his or her own family online, less interaction was observed with those physically sitting with them, but much interaction and chatting was observed with faceless persons in distant lands online. Of course, this also impacts on mental health of members of the family. The WHO, this is the World Health Organization, in its current efforts recognizes that health and other frontline workers, students, people living alone, and those with pre-existing mental health conditions have been particularly affected by the necessities engendered by the COVID-19 pandemic. Incidentally, the above scenario did not alter the original WHO definition of health, mental health, and well-being. What is health? Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. What is positive mental health? The WHO defines positive mental health as a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her own family and community. Being in good mental health means you are able to make the most of your potential, cope with life in positive ways, play a full part in your family, workplace, community, and among friends. A person without good mental health will find it difficult to perform the above functions. In fact, when the mind begins to conceive things in the negative sense of it, the stress, anxiety, depression, bitterness, unforgiveness, and anger, isolating oneself, performing harmful habits, suicide ideation, and so on, overwhelms one's mind and thought processes and prevents him from performing his activities of daily living. These signs will signal negative mental health conditions that will require immediate care. The ultimate aim of good mental health is mental well-being. Well-being has been defined as the combination of feeling good and functioning well, the experience of positive emotions such as happiness and contentment, as well as the development of one's potential, having some control over one's life, having a sense of purpose, and experiencing positive relationships. This was by Upat 2009. What to do when mental health issues arise is: number one, seek the help of a professional therapist. Seek the help of an emotional wellness counselor. Seek my help. Book a session with me. Counseling with a trained therapist is your best decision after God. Intervention with a therapist gives you the opportunity to unburden your mind in an empathetic yet confidential and non-judgmental setting, which brings hope, help, and healing. Your self-esteem and self-confidence is very important in maintaining good mental health status. Seeking and counseling early with trained counselors is highly recommended. Develop a health check plan for your life. A holistic personal health check plan enables an individual to have a health conscious program for the lifespan. Such a plan will accommodate every aspect of one's life. It makes room for your personal life, your family life, your work life, and career. General counsel for good mental health. Submit to a mentor or licensed life coach. Relate well with your superiors, your subordinates, and family to ensure peaceful workplace relationships. You will also need them in your life's journey. Be time conscious. This will help you complete your task and have time with yourself and your family. Good work-life balance is important for your health. Regularly check your health, physical and mental health checks. Be change fascinated. Move with time. We're in the 4th industrial revolution, the era of digital technology. We already have electric cars, driverless cars, etc. Are you in tune? The changes in our technology-driven world will affect everyone's personal development, training, physical and mental health. A major question was asked during the mental health conference organized by SDF Initiative International in collaboration with the Association of Christian Counselors of Nigeria. If there is a awareness that mental health checks should be as regular as physical checks. Okay, so there was an awareness that mental health checks should be as regular as physical health checks in Nigeria. Participants were not very sure of the answer, hence this write-up in commemoration of the 2021 WHO World Mental Health Day, which submits that there should be a changed lifestyle that places holistic, healthy living as part of everyone's aspiration and as a personal development program. Maintaining a good mental health plan should be taken as a personal responsibility. There must be conscious effort to create awareness of what mental health is and encourage members of the public to seek mental health care when the need arises. Every effort should be made to stop stigmatizing help seekers. There should be a robust and coordinated health scheme in Nigeria that emphasizes not only physical health but also mental health for all. It is instructive to note that the current National Health Insurance Scheme (NHIS) in use in Nigeria does not accommodate mental health. The Colonial Lunacy Act of 1958 is what currently is in use in mental health delivery centers. The federal government of Nigeria is encouraged through this effort to expand on this scheme to accommodate mental health care in the NHIS scheme. The scheme should make it mandatory for the establishment of a mental health clinic in every establishment organization of the federal, state, and local government areas and in every private sector. Such clinics should be required to liaise with the established health institutions for effectiveness. The government-owned clinics should be made open to everyone for equality of access. This paper posits that premium should be placed on training mental health professionals whose skills should be catered for persons whose mental health cases are not psychiatric in nature. Currently, there are about 2,000 psychiatric doctors in Nigeria, which brings the statistics to 1 to 1 million persons of the population. The additional mental health professionals will be for the good of everyone. Special curriculum should be designed for the above mental health professionals program at master's degree level and to be accessed by persons who attained first degree in health and related social science courses. This will enable the training of the highest level of education in this aspect. Because there is need for this service, special incentives, grants, should be given to those who will train and practice as it is currently being done in the United Kingdom. Finally, this presentation urges the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to give expedited attention to the Mental Health Bill before it, to pass this bill and to give Nigerians a new lease of life. This is the Mental Health News, read by Tumisi Balogun, written by Reverend Dr. Donald O. King, a trauma and crisis therapist, mental health career, marriage relationship counselor, peace and conflict resolution, President, Association of Christian Counselors in Nigeria, and the MD of Bloomfield Consults Limited. I think this has been very insightful, and he recommended a lot of things for Nigeria, but I think that it's also relevant for the world at large, especially African countries who have not really embraced mental health and who have stigmatized mental health in Africa and in the world generally. Thank you for joining me on Mental Health News with Tumisi. I hope you learned 1 or 2 things. If you have questions, please drop them in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. My name is Tumisi Balogun. I'm an emotional wellness counselor and coach. You can book a session with me. Bye. Mandatory, guys. I'm glowing. Okay. Oh, fine, gone. Hey, yeah, fine, gone. Oh, fine, gone. Oh, pretty, gone. Oh, hey, oh, pretty, gone. Hey, that's my son crying. I need to go. Bye.